Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sitting here anxiously awaiting the arrival of the Spectrum tech who's gonna fix all my IPv6 problems. Not entirely, uh, let's throw up a banner. Not entirely convinced that we're gonna get anywhere with that, but we'll keep coming after it until somebody does something. So we had a power outage recently, so I'm pretty confident that everything has been, cycled in the neighborhood, a couple hours long. And today I'm coming to you, going to start straight with that alternate connection. Hopefully a little bit lower bandwidth so we don't run into the stuttering problem of last time. Got numerous text messages about how close this fella was, but seemed like he was get, seemed like he was going to be early. All right. In slightly unrelated news, I started to extend kind of build the network out a little bit more to the west. So I wound up putting another OpenWRT, one of those nanostation locos out. It's pointed in a more westerly direction, and yeah, got iPerf running. Got a radio unit in the shed out there, so now it's less than it's only like a 60-foot link here. But yeah, well over 100 megabits a second on the radio side. This is using one single 20 megahertz channel, just up at the top of the band, trying to stay out of everybody's way. And yeah, that's pretty fun. And then I had added a base station. Let's see if I can get to that. Let's see if this works. I want you to disconnect from that computer. There it is. Let's fill it away. There it is. Tried to reprogram that with a little bit more uh, modern operating system with no effect. So, can that look better? Not really. I wonder what kind of performance we can get off a mushroom base station. Ooh, secret club power. I wonder what that is. Let's go for, we'll go for compatible. What is that password? Oh, look, it's all zeros. Isn't that clever? Not sure that I have anything left that'll do web. This must have been something we'd put in place for some old Game Boy or Nintendo stuff. All right, well, nothing I have does WPA1 either, so this one, this series of base station grabs the regulation ID, country code and stuff out of the firmware. Uses one of those proprietary Airport Extreme cards, the 11G modules that were like in the Mac Pros and G5s rather, I mean, not Mac Pros. But yeah, so I've got an out of band card. It's actually a Japanese card, I think. But yeah, let's just see what kind of abysmal interference this causes for the rest of the neighborhood. PlayStation update. And so yeah, I had been taking a look out in the shed and found this looking for a second router to use for sort of a troubleshooting option when Spectrum showed up, but this was all I could find. Let's see about this here live stream. Not This thing does have a nice client statistics. Oh, sure, it's fine. It's dissatisfied with my SNMP community name of public, which is actually the default airport configuration utility. So clearly that's gone. Oh yeah, back when we had this base station also has a modem port, so you can share your dial-up with your whole family. It all works fine. I just set it to public here. Let's see. to. It's nice to note that the airport utility software update is still kicking. I want to say that I'm on version 5. I mean, this has been a long time, but it had something to do with the like the interference robustness. That's an old form of 802.11 fragmentation. You see, I just kind of made my own MAC address up as I was in there programming that thing anyway. Oh gosh, I wonder if anyone's going to join Secret Clock Tower. Looks like a lot of noise. Oh, that's the, yes. Sorry about that. That was the audio feed from here. From the flurry of Spectrum is on their way text messages, I had really expected to have a better show available. I guess this is the life. This is the reality of waiting for the tech guy. But we could definitely go back and, relive some of the troubleshooting steps from last time. Essentially, the bottom line issue is that no matter what I do, no matter what I try, I do not get a IPv6 address when plugged into Charter's modem. There we go. Alright, that worked well. It's like waiting on Santa, the Tooth Fairy or something. Good. Can I mute that without disconnecting everything? Probably not. Well, let's go check it out. Haha, that's me. So one of the things I had wanted to do, needed to do as part of, you know, getting Spectrum in here to, give them free reign to troubleshoot everything, I did want to go ahead and switch everybody over to an alternate internet connection. I've used a Cisco router, already started my stream going out through a backup connection. So now it's time to move everybody else. I come along and look at this native connection. Do some trace routes. I jump into my own gateway and my own sort of security. I don't really like pings, so block a lot of those ICMPs. Yeah, okay, there we are. So should I be run default? No, it said just show. Nope. Written is. So for purposes of this, I'm just going to take away my regular default route, and this other one that's floating up there with a higher metric is going to come along and take over the traffic for me. So this time around, if I try that same trace route, you can see that instead of heading to 1.4, it's head out to 9.4. So that's one of the reasons it's handy to have a router in between everything, because you can quickly and easily just swing a default gateway. And you can also do things like policy routes with the Cisco's. I assume. Let's look at a route map. Oh, I'm not sure what you would like to call it. Show policy, show route map. There we go. Oh, and there's a lot. Well, let's just say, is it Alt GW? A lot of stuff possible with a Cisco. What I want to see is the route map. These are not route maps. Alt up. It's a lot of stuff in here. Alt up. All right, and so yeah, so this is applied to some of the important interfaces here, and then I match an access list, also conveniently called alt up, and that it denies I don't want to take this step for internal traffic, but then I've got a couple key machines, in this case my encoding box, which have been using this alternate gateway before now. So I don't know if that was worth the explanation there, but that was it. Yeah, and I don't know if we've still got working video, but just waiting on Spectrum. My good buddies. Just waiting on Spectrum. My good buddies. So I'm gonna grab a USB Ethernet so I can plug into that modem. And yeah, all the things. All right. Yeah, in the system preferences here, power cycle this modem and see what comes up. Hmm. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Booting away. That's big time excitement. That's big time excitement. Still no Spectrum truck. No Spectrum truck. We're 7 minutes late now. Disappointed. They were so sure they were going to get here at a reasonable time. All right, so to check my own stuff. That's not for. That's me. There's our fella. So I'm able to ping Spectrum's DOCSIS address without issue. Online light is still pulsing blue and white, so I guess that means I'm still waiting. Oh, no, it stopped pulsing. You're live with the interwebs. Unplug and replug the cable. Look, there's a public address. Go to advanced. No IPv6 address. I mean, if I do things like speed test, they all come back, comes back great. Actually, I'm not going to do that because that's the backup connection this second. Man, I'm beginning to think this Spectrum guy doesn't want to hang out. He was on his way like 2 hours ago. Oh man, this guy. I'm not I mean, I don't want to just judge the picture of the text message, but I'm not sure that this is the guy that's going to get our IPv6 working. So, well, I guess while we wait another 25 minutes, let's look at some more network stuff. Guess that being the case, I can swing. What is the address of this machine? I take my wireless address. Just add myself to it. That'll keep my connection pin there. All right, stand by. Sorry, I'm just waiting for Spectrum. I should make a dedicated graphic for that, just to showcase the excitement. actually want to close that VNC one because Mac always makes me re-authenticate, so kind of a drag. Well, that's not accurate. Yeah, there's still a huge IPv6 outage in Asheville. 8,800 modem addresses, I would say. Well, there's something. See if I can get AirPlay. So I was gonna, while we're sitting here, thought I might maybe show you this this app that I've enjoyed. Not having time to do any of this right. This Streamcast. I tried a number of different ways to push a video stream uh, over the network into this system in sort of a reasonably real-time fashion, and it actually turned out to be kind of hard to find anything that would work properly. Everything wanted money. There were some apps available for the older iOS. I think this is on iOS 15. So yeah, I've got like one that's maybe on 11 or 13 or something. There were some better apps there, but this stream cap is pretty functional. You're given the ability to, here I am. This is my stream URL. You can pretty much just type in any URL that you want to stream to, and when you've got multiple ones in there, just let me save one. Yeah, that. Oh, you mean that's not a valid? Yeah, that. P slash. Hey, look. Yes, so I believe, yeah, you can turn multiple things on and off at the same time. The audio seems fine, but you're given full manual control over most of the stuff. It will record locally, so you can use it, to make a local camera. And yeah, there's all kinds of graphics and things like that you can turn on. But yeah, I was real impressed. There were some glitches. If I switch to like the back camera, it's got to be, there's some geometry issues. But yeah, I got all that, got through all that. Yeah, so it's done a good job. You can turn the light on. I mean, I guess it's an iPad, so there's no light, but whatever kind of crazy AI stabilization this seems to be offering. Zoom control. Ooh. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that Streamcast, if you're looking for something that doesn't cost money and works well, that's by far the best app for that function I have been able to find yet. So yeah, this is the reality with that base station. It really doesn't know anything. Nor will it let me do anything. But that's fine. We don't really need that. Curious if I can get a connection now. I run. We're in a failover configuration right now, so I wouldn't expect more than 50 megs, 75 maybe. It's busy. Got gamers online and who knows what all. Yeah. Or that's probably getting queued up behind the stream as well. Let's see if we can actually. I'm gonna see if I can get connected to that 802.11b or G, that old airport. See what the speed looks like. All right. So now I should be within range of that base station. Secret club power. All right. And I generally turn these options off. Just on my. I just like so I don't run out my DHCP scope, and also I don't really feel like I need to send Apple any information to make myself more private. So let's try that. Let's try that speed test again. So where we were, certainly over 40 meg before, speeds like that are really just that doesn't exist in 11G land. I did use this base station actually for quite a number of years as sort of a alternate connection, basically in my garage. Now, but back then, those were the DSL days, and yeah, we were happy We were happy with a consistent 1 meg. I mean, 10 was you were flying. Here's me again. What I was going to point out. Yeah, there's the thing with a got a big old external antenna wired into that. So yeah, amazing. We'll get that 1 mega range. We'll get it out there for sure. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, 1 mega, 10, 10 megabit, 1 megabyte, worth of throughput, let's say. Still just waiting on the Spectrum guy. Yeah, that may have reception may have dropped off there. I forgot I was trying to use such an old terrible access point. But here's me. I wanted to. Yeah. Just there's another access point just on a pole. Easily able to deliver 100 meg in a single 20 megahertz channel. Well, that came up at some point, probably around about the time I switched Wi-Fi networks. Good times. It's pretty boring. Just the anticipation of taking the internet down.